Jordan Love.
One ticket remaining to be punched for the
Trying to see am I even gonna be
week.
active for next season.
We're all set and off we go on EA Sports. And
Trying to see. I really don't even want to play Madden no more, bro.
So it'll come out to the 30.
I'm waiting on 26. It always be like that for me around this time. I'll be ready to just chill.
First and 10. It's the tight end.
I already play COD until Madden.
Carry for Saquon Barkley. Not much happening there. Just a short game.
Nah, I said Call of Duty. It just feels good when you just, I don't know.
Here's 2nd and 9. They'll stay on the ground with Barkley.
Shit.
And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he gets this up past the 40-yard line.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They send a receiver in motion left. To throw on 2nd down is Hurts. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to be run out after a gain of about 6, but that'll be good enough for a first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They face 2nd down and 7. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
7th play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. This one, he's hit.
Bear down! Bear down!
And this is taken in by the defense.
Bear down!
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's
who that is, Eddie Jackson? That's why we paid you.
Into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner. Great example.
Yeah, I ain't even trying to click that.
First down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. but I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
Throwing on first down, it's Williams. Pass is caught. That's DJ Moore. And he will go all the way. DJ Moore. Touchdown, Bears.
The same clip. Your man moved though. I don't know why he moved.
That was a pretty easy touchdown.
You must got it on man line or baseline, one of them. If you don't got it on nothing, then that's why they moved.
It just appears to me that's just a breakdown defensively. You can't allow a receiver to not only be so open it's an easy pitch and catch, but then to have the space to operate after the catch to finish that one off in the end zone.
You took my best game.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. On the return, here comes Cordero Patterson. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. So they come to the line for first down and 10. On play action, here's Hurts.
What?
Right side is intercepted.
What?
And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a
Thought that was
chance to
alert.
extend their lead.
Ain't no way. I touched him? I touched him, Madden? Ain't no way.
On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive.
Maybe that's bad user.
Second and 7.
That's what I'm saying, so I have to be big.
Once again, it's Barkley. And he's going to get him a first down here across midfield and down to the 45.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
That pass committed. Ooh, that could have been. Yeah, I don't know who.
They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. To throw is Hurts. He's brought in. Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it 1st and goal. Here's Barkley. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind us down to the end. Try it again here from the 7-yard line. 2nd down and goal. They'll motion a tight end right. One more time, they try Barkley. And this time, he will work his way into the end zone. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles. Extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good. And the Eagles will level things out at 7 apiece. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
In motion now, it's Scott. Williams to throw on 2nd down. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Down the field, it's DJ Moore. Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a 1st down with that catch. We'll try to throw again. Here's Williams. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Throw it again. It's Williams. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
Just another example of poor decision-making. I mean, making a bad play even worse. There's nothing there on 2nd down. Just throw the ball into the stands and move on to 3rd. Now you take that sack, and it's going to take a miracle to stay on the field.
3rd and long. Here's Williams. This is intercepted. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
So the first part of any interception is just end up with the ball in your hands, right? That's what every defensive coordinator wants. But anytime you can get yards on the return, that's just an added bonus. And that's what we see here. There's a little space, does a great job securing the catch, and all of those yards just set up for better field position as their offense takes the field. Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
He'll air this one out for Watkins. And the Bears will take over here just past the 30.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. Here's Williams. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Max Crosby, motor always running, gets there for the sack.
They just have to be better on first
It
down.
beat man sometimes, I see.
Operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on first down. That is the best down in football to attempt to pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
This pass caught, right side, it's Allen. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
They need 8 as they come up for third down. On third down, it's Williams from the gun. A quick slant, looked in by Moore. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeout, you can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break. Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he's not going to get away. They'll knock him back to his own territory. They get him on the other side of midfield.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
In motion now, it's Scott. On third down, it's Williams. A throw complete to Scott. A pickup there of 13. First down, Chicago.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
On second down, it's Williams. Right back to Moore, another grab. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Throwing again, Williams. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. The big tight end, Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd down. Williams to the air once more. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Santos's kick is good. And the Bears will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
That ball going to hop into the end zone. It's a touchback that will come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. We are set for the second half kickoff. One of these teams ready to book a date in the NFC Championship game next week. And we are back at it with the third quarter. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Allen in motion. Inside the
Keenan!
down inside the 10. Trying to get to that pylon. Not there, but very close. They'll mark him out at the 1. A big one there to start the second half. A gain of 66 yards. They'll try to run this one in. Trying to find a crease in there. It's a big pile of bodies, but he is going to come up short.
This defense is able to get the hold here on 1st down, Mike, but they might have to do it 3 more times. I think if I'm this offense, I'm saying this is 4-down territory. I've got 3 more shots to gain 1 yard. Here you go.
And he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play. And now it is 3rd and goal.
Down here this close, all it takes is one defensive lineman defeating his block and getting some penetration, and that's exactly what we saw here. Not only to stop the ball carrier short of the end zone, but to take him down for a loss.
They'll run. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front. And he's in. Touchdown, Chicago. Santos, good on the extra point. And the Bears will get out in front, 17-7. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
Oh my God. He talking about how the sun is. That nigga crazy.
They'll start on the ground with Barkley. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Here's a second.
Been my baby since forever. Since Madden like 16.
They give it to Barkley. And they'll bring this to about the 34-yard line. That's Tyreek Stevenson there to make the tackle. Third and 6. Here's Hurts. He'll air it out down the middle.
Ooh.
That's caught. And he will score.
Yeah.
Touchdown, Philadelphia. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line.
Think he the fast player on my team.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Nah, DJ Moore like a 90, 92, something like that. Nah, it might be a Murray Speed. Murray Speed.
Catch made there by Allen. They get 11 and quickly pick up a 1st down.
This pass defense, it just has to be better than
Keenan looked that fast because that grab and go, bro. That's the only reason.
Their coverages. They have to play their defense exactly according to the plan, because if not, this quarterback has enough weapons. He can spread the ball out and find the open space.
That's a short throw caught by Komet. It's a pickup of 12. Good for a Bears 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Williams. That is caught downfield by Odunze. That's his 1st grab of this divisional round matchup.
Can't guard.
And it's good for the 1st.
You can have a breakout yet, real.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. It makes it look a lot easier.
I did. I didn't know he was going to stop, though.
Gain of 20. And what a chance now. 1st and goal coming up. The tight end, Komet, is on the move. Throwing is Williams. That's hauled in at the 2. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Bears. Shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. The quarterback with all of his eligible receivers.
Yeah, you turned around. You looking out of the way, though.
To take it to the end zone.
And when your running back, Mike, is a valid threat in the passing game, man, it just gives you so many options. And in this case, it was the running back that was the open target. He's able to put the pass on the money. Easy 6 points.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Patterson now to return it. And he'll be out of bounds just past the 25. On first down, it's Hurts. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
They'll try to run here with Barkley. He should have it up there for the first down. Take it up to the 43-yard line. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. 1/4 of it. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Great. I'll run up the middle with Barkley. He's beyond midfield to the 45. And they finally take him down, but not before he gets to the Eagles' 25-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 32 yards. They run out of the gun with Barkley. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. Williams in motion. On second down, Hurts. That is caught. What a throw. Touchdown, Eagles. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance. But can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Hey,
So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. Here comes a return from the 5. Wow, they are hitting now. Been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on that return. So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Here's Williams. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. The defense comes up with the big play, and the pick six changes all the momentum. New leader in this one with that touchdown.
Mike, this is one of those plays at the end they're going to look back on and say that play changed the game. Not only do you create the turnover, you take it back the other way, and now you find yourself with the lead here in the second half.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. He'll start at the 2. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. On 1st and 10, it's Williams. To the left side, he's got Komet.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Williams to throw on 2nd down. This one taken in by Odunze. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. A pickup there of 25 yards. 1st down, Chicago. Now Williams. That's to the tight end, Komet. And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Oh.
He was looking to get it to DJ Moore. It's 2nd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Throw it again. It's Williams. And he's in. Cole Komet. Touchdown, Chicago. Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal.
You know that's my favorite.
This kick is good. And the Bears go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. This taken at the 5. Now an opening past the 30.
Man.
Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. Here's a handoff to Barkley. And a good tackle out wide will hold him to a gain of just 3.
That nigga Saquon is different. Pass it over.
Williams in motion. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
That's cool. Got to.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. Now Barkley. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They come up for 2nd and 2. Barkley.
Good tackle.
And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up third down. Here comes Barkley. And he'll have the first down at the 26. A good job on the ground to keep this drive rolling.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
Here's first down. A run with Barkley. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here. Get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Williams in motion. They'll drop to throw. And that's
good hit, boy. Good hit.
Was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing
Eddie Jack.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments in the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing.
Stuck on the line, bro.
That's crazy, man. It's complete. 17 yards on the gain, and now they've got 1st and goal.
And now we're at the point of the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. That's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
Here we go. 1st and goal. Now a handoff. Oh, a wrinkle. Here comes the reverse. And that is not going to work out as planned. Maybe a tough spot to try to run a play like that. Either way, it's blown up back behind the line of scrimmage. Moved back to the 10. They'll try here on 2nd and goal. Hurts to throw. This one caught at the 4. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Now the try here for the point after. He knocks it through. And the Eagles have taken a 4-point advantage.
See what they have made.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. This is 1st and 10. To throw, it's Williams. This pass caught right side, it's Allen. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
Oh, yeah.
And now after that big completion, Mike,
that's going to fry man at all. That's 100% going to fry man.
They have 2 timeouts in their back pocket. Take a deep breath. Get your best first down play call to your quarterback. A field goal's not going to do it. They got to think touchdown all the way.
Throwing on first down, it's Williams.
Good catch, boy.
And what a great job.
We're having a day.
Inbounds as good as you can do it. How about this sequence to start the drive? Back-to-back good gains, 19 for this one. All 3 timeouts left. How much that's going to matter remains to be seen. Here comes 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. Here's Williams. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Williams to the air once more. Throw right side, caught by Odunze.
Time running out.
That's the second time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
And these are the moments in the game, Mike, where you need your best players to come through and make their presence felt. And that's exactly what he does there. Picks up a nice reception, good chunk of yards, and they keep their hopes alive.
We'll try to throw again. Here's Williams. That's to Odunze again. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
And now with that completion, Mike, it allows this final snap to be a more legitimate play. This is not a Hail Mary throw into the end zone. You can run your best play. Now inside the 20, you got a shot to go try to win this game.
Here we go. One final play. And this is a touchdown. They were
Keenan!
to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. An important extra point up and good. So the lead is 3 here in the late stages of the game.
Williams.
Just 1 second, all that remains in the football.
No timeouts had to be used. No timeouts had to be used.
Now to return it.
All out of bounds.
And he'll be taken down, and that is going to do it. On the comeback for a short time runs out.
I'm a fucking dog, nigga. You better respect me. I'm a fucking dog at this shit. Real fucking dog. Oh my fucking God, man. Put me in a fucking league, man. We back. I can't wait for 26 niggas in fucking trouble because I got on to this shit a little late with the release time and niggas in fucking trouble, B. No bat, B. That's Caleb fucking Williams doing all he fucking can to throw a laser to Keenan right up the seam. I practice those.
At EA Madden NFL. From Philadelphia, good night.
Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Your spot like, ayy, 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 ayy. I gotta get it, man. Shout out, I'm fully committed like, hey. I studied the target, I'm never gonna miss it. I call that precision like, hey. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Grandma was in A, auntie was in it, ayy. Mama had AAA. I wasn't scared to crash anyone anyway. I ride a shoddy while bro had it, get away. I gotta penetrate, I gotta generate. I got like 20 some years to my hood, now I gotta go live away. I'm out of town, but I'm not on the getaway. I spin a giveaway. You mean I'm the generous king for real?
I'm a dog, nigga. That's all it is. Just a fucking dog.
Shooting my shot like A. Hit the red dot like A. Finger on the like A. Shooting my shot like A. Hit the red dot like A. Your spot like A. I gotta get it, man. Shout out, I'm fully committed like A. I studied the target, I'm never gonna miss it. I call that precision like A. Shooting my shot like A. Hit the red dot like A. Finger on the like A. Baby, I'm loving it. I think I'm ready for kids. She said when to stop trying to in her face. That makes sense. I'm going up past LA Brent. I'm going off no fail, say switch. Yeah, me and my team go back like plastic cup boys on some tailgate. Okay, look, all eyes on me. I feel like I'm Truman. No, we finna win it, cause I'm about to lose it. I don't give a computers is putin'. I go off a field, no heads, just shooting. I die for my team, I'm the coach, I'm recruiting. I'm spending my time and I'm saving the day. I feel like a mutant, I'm built like a student. I'm feeling bilingual, cause I'm in Nigeria, rocking the Cubans. My life is a highlight reel that I keep on looping. You can't just tell me, you gotta prove it. Stealing, their first name is Lupin. I'm hitting harder than like Yukin. They sending shots, but somehow I just juke it. Hitting my desk, I'm B.I.G. You know I can't forget that I do it. Shooting my shot like A. Hit the red dot like
It's a dot, man. I'm sorry. Look the safety. Ain't possessed that, man.
It's a dot, man. I'm sorry. Look the safety. Ain't possessed that, man. It's a dot, man. I'm sorry. Look the safety. Ain't possessed that, man.
It's a dot, man.
It's a dot, man. I'm sorry. Look the safety. Ain't possessed that, man. It's a dot, man. I'm sorry. Split the safety. Ain't possessed that. It's a dot, man. I'm sorry. Split the safety. Ain't possessed that. It's a dot, man. I'm sorry. Split the safety. It's a dot, man. I'm sorry. Split the safety.
Nigga, that's possessive cats, nigga. Stop that battle rapper. I possess it. I spammed X before he even.
It's a dot, man. Sorry. Split the safety. Ain't possess cat, right? It's a dot, man. Sorry. Split the safety. Ain't possess cat. Split the safety.
How is it supposed to be a knockout? How?
It's a dot, man. Sorry.
Them niggas all the way over there, bro. And then we falling on the floor. Then you thinking I'm right there, I'm falling on the floor, man. Like you don't know Madden.
It's a dot, man. I'm sorry. Split the safety.
That boy's some shit, bro. That's some shit. Like this whole drive, you some shit, man. Like this whole drive, you some shit. You some shit. I'm sorry. I'm not losing this. I'm sorry. 30. Nah, that is a lot of time. Not really though. That shit was eating, shorty. It was 31. It ain't like it's almost close to 40.
It's a dot, man. Sorry. Split the
can't live life in disguise. Cause real recognize I ain't gotta compromise. I keep it concise, the gang tight like ties. On the industry advice, I'm outside with some good fellas and some nice guys trying to live life in disguise. We lit in real life, we don't pay to be verified. We just manifest, lay and grind on the rise. We defy the odds like it's nothing, time after time. God bless this eternal shine, yeah. Eyes on the prize, it's my life sold up. 545.
Lite safe. Det är inte läskigt.
Shooting star, yeah, all over the globe. Hard work, all I ever know. So nobody could tell me I'm not what my way and go, yeah. I'm in my zone, yeah, through this microphone. The way they looking at me like they seen a UFO.
Explain myself to you, nigga. Keenan on the flow, the rest of them niggas is like, look at this drive. You gave this. Are you supposed to be playing underneath a little bit too? You gave up all that. Then you gave up another chunk. Another chunk. And that was 5 seconds. I just played great team, just great ball. Boom. Stop clicking on, you fucking goofy. But this is gonna be a Madden catch.
Every day cannot stay the same. Yeah. But one thing that's never gonna change. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever. I forever reign. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever, forever. The people they make go and dollars they make grow. And everything's for show, but I will remain cold and eager. The queen don't talk to the meager, a leader. Who you know in the Zephyr. Been through the trenches, gutter fields and stenches. Gone ball, they filling up the benches. Half-court shooter, spitting from the medulla. Life for the game, they talking like I'm the doula. Nobody wanna duel or defend the throne. I'm a dog in the zone and your man's is bones. I don't fear the stones, I flash the paws. Don't be talking to me crazy with no glass jaw. A spit of light saliva, you could never survive her. Streets got a code up, couldn't decide. Every day cannot stay the same. Yeah. But one thing that's never gonna change. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever. I forever reign. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever, forever. If you don't love me, you must hate yourself. Either way you play with me, you gon' play yourself. Don't be stupid, decide that I'm the same. A new rover and they still ain't got the range. Can't even hang with, doing big things, but the fame ain't changed. Trying to maintain, but your chain can't blame. On a new plane, but your main can't tame this. Same dame, but the rock got bigger. Might buy the drop top, got more figures. Pull up in the lot, still block pop. The posse can spot. Come and go, but I still check. Now I ain't saying I'm the best, I'm just saying that you're not. I got it all, baby, give it everything you got. And arrogant. Sitting in the booth, I ain't even gotta lie, cause you know that I'm the truth. Yeah. Every day cannot stay the same. Yeah. But one thing that's never gonna change. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever. I forever reign. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever, forever. shook my down for to give y'all another hit.
And I just put my drink down.
Milan, darling, Milan.
That, to the, say, poodle, y'all think run this. Miss she, her black, designer, say Gucci, Prada print. DOE, I'm a condo rich, big Dolce, Diva, Donda, the Tokyo, Honda drip. Poppin' Dolce season, new persona, new pushback, but I'm still gon' get that. Labels quaking, they mistaken. I'm that wrist stay frozen, QG. Let's go, I'ma get. With a boo, why bother? I'm that, you ain't no. I'm a get money type of. If you ain't getting money, don't type me. Crocodile Birkin might bite him. Can't hang with her if I don't like it. These, I come through and nip you crickets. I come through and moves be switching. I'm the problem, I'm the villain. I don't see these rickshaws throwing dirt on my name and he gon' hit still. Know who to play with, and he's know who to play with.
Sunset. By many accounts, one of the most underrated home venues in all of the NFL resides in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. They'll start on the ground, Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Daniels. Eluding the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
It's supposed to be underneath underspot. Oh, wow. Hey, that's nice.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And some strong running. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 4. They're going to get this outside. Oh, this could be a double pass. The throw's going to be caught. And this works to perfection. The double pass leads to a touchdown. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw now. Here's Love. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hubbard. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. The Titans at 4-3, a game over 500. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
He'll go right back to St. Brown. And some room to work. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease, feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. A first carry for the Canadian-born Chuba Hubbard. He will push his way down to about the 14. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here we go.
They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Chuba Hubbard hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, They seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But when the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Daniels looking to throw. Flushed out right. And his throw here is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now Daniels. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
This pass out wide to Hall. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. To the air goes Daniels. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's where you want to use your big tight end. Let him use his size and frame to go up and get the deep ball in the end zone. But that time, they couldn't connect.
2nd and 10. To throw is Daniels. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. The slot man in motion right. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to give that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
They'll run with Hall. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. This guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Daniels. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Kyle Pitts, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Taken at the goal line.
And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love.
That's caught right side by Palmer.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Second down and a yard.
Working out of the gun. Love. Complete. This is Mitchell. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
To the air again. Love. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Leonard Floyd. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10.
To throw from his end zone. Daniels.
That's complete. It's Brian Thomas.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Back to throw now on first down. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun, Daniels looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now 21-7. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Now Love. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
Love now.
That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. Touchdown, Titans.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Titans are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you, as he'll be backed up to start this drive. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff, and the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Throwing. Love. He gets this one to Hubbard, complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. They are pushed back 5 yards by the delay of game, 2nd and 8. Here's Love. He finds his man, complete. That's Hubbard. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 42. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Let's go. 79 Bronco. Mustang 19. Check up.
Love looking to throw it. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he's taken down inside the 30. Love from the gun. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there at 22.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Love. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now they bring a receiver in motion right.
He'll get it here on the jet sweep.
And he stopped immediately there.
It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Love. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Titans are an extra point away from drawing level. Moody good with the extra point, and we are tied at 21. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand-new ball game, all tied here in the 3rd as they have their first possession of this 2nd half.
And, Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Here's Daniels. Thomas has it, and down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Eluding the pressure right. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Running left, it's Hall. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. Daniels. He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. So 3rd down, and a field goal from here would be right about 50 yards as they try to get closer. They'll run with Hall.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in and went heavy. No surprise on who was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. Slot man moves right. Now Daniel's going to give it up on the touch pass. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Back to throw. Daniels. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 15-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Back to the ground with Hall. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Hall again on 2nd down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Well, this crowd into it now. 3rd and 2. They'll go again with Hall. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Here's 1st and goal. Hall want to give up the middle. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Breece Hall, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Seahawks answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Important extra point up and through, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10.
Come 19. Come 19. Let's go now. 70 range. 70 range.
Love looking to throw it. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Here's 2nd down.
Track 60. Shut up. Warrior 70. Shut up.
Now Love. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hubbard. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's Love. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Titans first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Love. And that'll be incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
60 Eagles. Tight. 19 tight. 19 tight. Go.
Love looking to throw. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. Here's Love. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hubbard.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Here's 2nd down and 3. Now Love. He'll dump this one off to Hubbard. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Love. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Oh, that one's going to hurt big time because it's a one-score game, and they certainly thought with that throw they were getting a difference-making score right there.
Ball at the 18-yard line. Here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Now Moody for the PAT. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Daniels. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. How about the call to come with the blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. So when they send out a number of people in the pattern, Sometimes they just make a change on defense. Say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did.
Here comes second down. Working out of the gun, Daniels. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Back to throw. They've got his man complete. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's 1st down.
Let's go. 19 tight. 19 tight. Go.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
4 seconds to go. This is likely it.
Mustang 19. Go street. Trap 60. Trap 60.
One last shot now for Love. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. But all came down to one final jump ball on the Hail Mary, but part of the defense was ready, able to force it to be incomplete. Ball game over.
Look, let's face it, everybody wants to work the ball in closer and take a more high-percentage pass to try and tie the game. But the Hail Mary, that's what they had to work with. And now they're just hoping that their jumpers can get up higher and are stronger than the defenders. Not the case in this instance. They end up losing the game.
So for the Seahawks, they run their mark to 6-2 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis.
listening to the album, good luck. You're on your own.
Guess who's back? Back again. She's back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? 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 Guess who's back?
Well, look what the stork brung. Little baby devil with the forked tongue. And it's sticking out, yeah, like a sore thumb. With a forehead that it grew horns from. Still a white shirt. Pulling up in a Chrysler to the cipher with a in a light shirt. Lyrical technician, an electrician. Y'all light work. And I don't gotta play pretend. It's you I make believe. And you know I'm here to stay, cause me, if I was to ever take a leave, it would be aspirin to break your feet. If I was to ask for Megan Thee Stallion, if she would collab with me, would I really have a shot at her feet? I don't know, but I'm glad to be back like abracadabra. And for my last trick, I'm about to reach in my back, bruh. Like abracadabra. And for my last trick, just like that, and I'm back, bruh. Now back in the days of old me, right around the time I became ate some as a way of coping. Taste the taste of turned me into smiley face emoji. May not be age appropriate, but I will an 8-year-old indeed with a participation trophy. I have zero doubts that this whole world's bound to turn into some Girl Scouts. That censorship girls out. So when I started this verse, it did start off lighthearted at first, but it feels like I'm targeted, mind-boggling how my profit is skyrocketed. Look what I pocketed, yeah, it's just like y'all have been, like jogging in. I've been running at full speed, and that's why I'm ahead like my noggin. I'm the fight y'all get in when you debate who the best, but I'm some white. I step up to that mic, cock it then. Oh my God, attention, chicken out again. Abracadabra. And for my last trick, I'm about to reach in my back, bruh. Like
U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley, and he is... His tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. You look at this Steeler defense, and they're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Certainly not the start they were looking for offensively, coming off that loss last week on the road.
And they didn't do their job. They're going to feel poorly about that. But what they're going to do is look at the defense and say, can you pick us up here? And let's face it, defenses can score. We've seen it, right? They can take the ball away, create a big-time opportunity. Let's see if they can get that done.
Yeah, just something to jumpstart this home crowd.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. He may go. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. Second down coming up.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning three safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that'll make the score 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Diggs. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll drop to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Back to throw now on first down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. 1st and 10 right at the 20. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he takes a pretty good lift there as he'll wind up getting about 3. Again, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. A misconnection there, and he's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Back to throw again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. George Pickens, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. A handoff, Barkley running left. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They'll run it again with Barkley. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And this will be a Vikings first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. The Vikings at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they come in off a disappointment last time out. That put an end to their modest 3-game win streak.
Last week they took one on the chin, but to me, this is a pretty resilient bunch. So I don't think they'll dwell too much on that loss. They'll be looking to come out in this one and make amends right now.
He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. That'll bring up 2nd down. You look at this Steeler defense. They were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about it.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 32-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. On play action, McCarthy. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. This defense for the Steelers, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. And the Steelers are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter.
You know it.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And the Vikings will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. A first down carry for Barkley. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Only a yard there, sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here's McCarthy. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 and 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now McCarthy. Now they go screen. It's complete. Give them 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Boy, that one was well-read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. They lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
It's 4th down.
They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Second and 2. Wide open receiver complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sideline telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Looking to throw McCarthy. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he's got this down to the 35. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. Off the bootleg, here's McCarthy. Sliding out of the pocket. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
To the right side and intercepted. And the Steelers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw here on first down. Looking middle, and that's complete. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. That goes for a gain of 31. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll look to throw again. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Vikings 14.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this 3rd quarter. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. 4 yards the pickup, first down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Down to about the 45.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Downfield and caught by Thornton. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that can make this a free-possession game.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Here's a give to Barkley. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Well, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
2nd down, here's Barkley again. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll go to Barkley again. Able to fight through one tackle. Sharp there with his feet, gets him a little extra space, and then drop just inside the 20. This 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
McCarthy operating from the gun. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
As Peyton Wilson, man. That boy 6'4".
So this defense, Charles, quite a performance. Not working on a shutout, but they have still yet to give up a touchdown as they come up with the interception there.
Well, we've seen this from them before because you can move the ball.
He's 6'4".
But once you get into the red zone, that's where they really clamp down. They come up with the interception there, but you know about this crew. They're playing modern defense, taking care of the red zone 3rd downs and getting after the quarterback.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Second down and 3. Back to throw here. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a 1st down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot.
Gets through, and now an opening. Still going. How about this? He's to the 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Steelers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the letter jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 11 yards for number 11.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. 140 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2 yards on the play. First down, Pittsburgh.
He'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Hey, bro. Why you calling timeouts, bro? This shit is over.
Now back to throw. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are able to stretch out their lead. No surprise there. Third and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Certainly not what they wanted there, so the football by rule comes out to the 40.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it.
And that is incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
To the air with McCarthy.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Joey Porter Jr.
And the Steelers are going to get the football here at their own 23. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Here's one deep for Pickens.
And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Let's take it inside his own 40. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swing.
Here's a diving catch right side. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
So the completion good for 7 there. And now it's 3rd and 3.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot. Not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. From 8 yards out. And the Vikings are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2. McCarthy going to look to throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. That one looks like he'll throw here. Trying to lay one up deep. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. He'll drop to throw. Touchdown! A great play there. With now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Steelers tack on another score as they have dominated this 4th quarter. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against too.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. And now here's another interception. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here's the Steelers' kick team as they'll boot this one away. And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner. And one.
I came in nothing but some raps, the clothes on my back, them L-dogs, nothing but them blacks. The A with a black man is debonair. I'm talking about a black man's heaven here. Shorty, we going where the destination is manifested. We learn how to collect reparations and invest it. I went from dressing the coldest to catching the COVID to blessed with success and promoted to just
Yeah, buddy, you ready or not? Don't really care if you was or you wasn't LeBron. From now on, I'm calling the shots. I don't really care about your hating little daddy LeBron. Your mammy's a pity. Anytime I get beside myself, I remind myself from. Think I gotta go through. I don't like therapists, I don't like most. You love me, my go-to. Love a thing blind on top like Goku. Just left Noble, back in my dojo. Channel like Aura, got the whole Roku. Been big dog from the Tether Road, told you. Wait, don't even know you. Step right, I'm a long trip. Look at my VIP. Snicker my. Won't break, won't miss.